Uh, Hello students. In this video we are going to study about bone ulna. Ulna is this is medial bone of the forearm, lies on medial side, and it is homologous with the fibula of the lower limb. Okay. So this is long bone. That's why this is long bone. So it is having upper end, this is lower end, and intervening shaft. Okay. Now there are two ulna, right ulna and left ulna. So how to decide ulna of right side and left side means side determination of the ulna. Okay. So in upper end, this upper end bears the olecranon process and coronoid process, and this is trochlear notch, and on lateral side there is radial notch. Okay. So this is upper end. Lower end bears head. So this is decides upper and lower part. Medial and lateral is decided by interosseous border. Interosseous border of the ulna lies on lateral side. Okay. So that decides medial and lateral. Anterior and posterior is decided by this trochlear notch. It is directed anteriorly, and the styloid process of the ulna, this is directed posterior-medially. So this is about its side determination. So this ulna is of right side, upper end, lower end, the interosseous border laterally, and styloid process posterior-medially. Okay. So this is ulna of right side. Now we will see the description of the parts of the ulna. This is olecranon process of the ulna. This is coronoid process of the ulna. Olecranon process of the ulna. This term is derived from name Oleni. Oleni means elbow, and cranon term is related to head. So head-like process of the elbow is called as olecranon process. Coronoid process, this is like crow's beak. That's why the term coronoid is derived. Okay. Now olecranon process, it is having 5 surfaces: anterior surface, posterior surface, superior surface, medial surface, and lateral surface. Okay. Anterior surface, it's from articular surface of the trochlear notch, part of the trochlear notch. Okay. Posterior surface, this is posterior surface. This is triangular in shape, and this is subcutaneous and separated from the skin by the bursa. Okay. And apex of this posterior surface, this is continuous with the posterior border of the ulna. This is posterior border of the ulna. Okay. Superior surface, this is rough in the posterior part for the attachment of the triceps muscle. Rough in posterior part for attachment of triceps muscle. Okay. Then medial surface of the olecranon process, this is continuous with the medial surface of the shaft of the ulna. Medial surface of the shaft of the ulna. Lateral surface of this olecranon process, this is continuous with the posterior surface of the shaft of the ulna. Continuous with the posterior surface of the shaft of the ulna. Okay. So this is about olecranon process. Then this is coronoid process. Coronoid process, it shows 3 surface. This shows superior surface, anterior surface, medial surface, and lateral surface. Okay. So total 4 surfaces are there. Then superior surface forms part of the trochlear notch, which articulates with the trochlea of the humerus forming elbow joint. Okay. So this is superior surface. Anterior surface is rough for the attachment of brachialis muscle, and lower rough part is called as ulnar tuberosity. Okay. This is rough for the articulation of the brachialis muscle. This is medial surface of the ulna, coronoid process continues with the this is continues with the medial surface of the shaft of the ulna. Lateral surface of this coronoid process, this bears the articular surface that is called as radial notch. This is radial notch, and anterior and posterior margins of this give attachment to annular ligament. Okay. Then posterior margin of this lateral surface, this is called as supinator crest. This is supinator crest. This give attachment to supinator muscle here. So this is supinator crest. Okay, and this supinator crest in lower part, this is continuous with the interosseous or lateral border of the ulna. Okay, so this is about coronoid process: superior surface, anterior surface, medial surface, and lateral surface. Okay, so this is about coronoid process. Then trochlear notch formed by the articular surfaces of the olecranon process and the coronoid process articulates with the trochlea of the humerus to form elbow joint, part of elbow joint. Radial notch on the lateral aspect of the coronoid process articulates with the head of radius forming superior radio-ulnar joint. Superior radio-ulnar joint. So this is about trochlear notch and radial notch. Then shaft of the radius. Shaft of the radius, it shows surfaces and borders. Borders present on the shaft are the interosseous border. This is anterior border, and posterior, this is posterior border. Okay, and in between these borders there are surfaces. So this is anterior surface, this is medial surface, and this is posterior surface of the shaft of the ulna. Interosseous border or lateral border, this is sharp in the middle 3/4 part. In lower part it is continuous with the anterior aspect of the head of the ulna. Superiorly it is continuous with the supinator crest. So this is interosseous border of the ulna. Okay. Anterior border, this starts from the coronoid process, lateral aspect of the ulnar tuberosity, and it is rounded, and in lower part it is continuous with the anterior aspect of the styloid process of the ulna. So this is anterior border. This is posterior border. This is again rounded, and this is entirely subcutaneous. Superiorly it starts from the lower part of the posterior triangle area on the olecranon process, and this is continuous like this. This is posterior border. Okay, and this posterior border, posteriorly it is continuous with the posterior aspect of the styloid process of the ulna. So this is posterior border of the ulna. This is posterior border. Okay, then surfaces of this ulna. Anterior surface, it is present between interosseous border, lateral border, and anterior border. So this is anterior surface. This anterior surface, it shows nutrient foramina in the upper part, and this is directed, nutrient foramina is directed towards the upper end. Okay, and this nutrient artery is derived from the anterior interosseous artery. Okay, so this is about anterior surface. Medial surface, this is continuous with the medial surfaces of the olecranon process and the coronoid process superiorly. Okay, so this is medial surface of the ulna. This is medial surface. Posterior surface, this is continuous superiorly with the lateral surface of the olecranon process. Superiorly continues with the lateral surface of the olecranon process, and it is divided into this is present in between interosseous border and the posterior border. This is interosseous border and this is posterior border. Okay, so this is posterior surface. and this posterior surface is divided into three areas by two lines, one oblique line like this and one vertical line in lower part. Okay, so oblique line divides it into upper and lower part, and lower part by vertical line or vertical ridge or crest divided into two areas, medial area, this is medial area and this is lateral area. Okay, so if we hold like this, medial area is like this and lateral area lateral. Okay, so this is divided into two areas, upper and lower is divided into medial and lateral areas. Okay, then the lower end of the ulna, it shows presence of head and the styloid process. Okay, head is rounded, that's why this is called as head of the ulna, and this is a projecting process, this is called as styloid process of the ulna. This is styloid process of the ulna. Okay, lower surface of this head of the ulna, this is separated from the ridge joint by presence of the articular disc, and this articular disc, apex of this articular disc is present in between lower smooth surface of the head of the ulna and the base of the styloid process. So at this level here there is attachment of the apex of the disc which separates head of the ulna taking part in ridge joint. Okay, so because of this, head of the ulna do not take part in formation of ridge joint. Okay, then posteriorly in between styloid process and the head of the ulna, there is passage of the tendon of the extensor carpi ulnaris. Here there is passage of the tendon of extensor carpi ulnaris. Okay, and anteriorly it is related with the ulnar nerve and ulnar artery. Head of the ulna anteriorly is with the ulnar nerve and ulnar artery. Okay, so this is about site determination of the ulna and features of the ulna we learned in this video.